Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. We are on day 10 of our 31 days of yoga. So moving right along, we are working on our strength today. So find a little bit of space to move. Let's get started and just remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll start today by finding a nice comfy seated position so you can find your way there. And then we'll take our hands and actually place them on our knees. And just using the hands on the knees as a little support to help us stay sitting nice and tall because we're going to twist. So use an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax your shoulders from your ears. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, turn the upper body towards the right side. And you can move your hands, maybe one in front of you, maybe one behind you. And then just find that nice twist, keeping that nice long spine. And then when you're ready, using an inhale, let's turn ourselves back to face the front. Take your hands and put them on your knees again. Inhale, lengthen, sit tall. Exhale, soften the shoulders, but keep that nice long spine. And then we'll start to turn ourselves over to the left side. Twisting. Just breathe. And only going as far as your body lets you go, without forcing anything here. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, let's turn ourselves back to face the front. Hands can find the knees one more time. Inhale, sit even taller. Exhale. Awesome job. If your eyes are closed, just open them up now. Or bring our hands to the floor in front of us. All the way in front of us, and then we are going to find our forearms. So bring your forearms all the way down towards the mat. You might want to push your palms down into the mat as well, but think about tucking the elbows right under the shoulders, and then we're going to start to scooch the knees back, but keeping the shoulders over top of the elbows. So a forearm plank, how fancy of a way to get into it. So you can tuck your toes under. You can stay on your knees, or maybe you want to hover the knees. But we're all going to send our heels back towards the back wall, whatever is behind you. So waking up those legs, kind of stretching through the back of the heels, forgetting all about how we are in a plank, and just breathing, getting a little warmer in the shoulders. Getting even stronger than we were just a few moments ago. Awesome work, you guys. If you've got your knees lifted, gently place them back down on the mat. Let's bring our hands onto the mat under those shoulders. So climb yourself up. And then we're going to pop up into downward facing dog. So send those hips nice and high. Lift your knees off of the mat. You can start to walk your feet together. Using an inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Awesome work, you guys. Keep that right foot lifted. If this is too much on the wrists, you can always come back onto those forearms. Keep in mind that is a lot of work for those shoulders. Woo, so it's not any easier, but the wrists might like it better. So let's take one more inhale with that right foot lifted. Exhale, drop it back down. We're going to lower our knees all the way down onto the mat and sit on the heels. Taking just a moment here. We're still warming up. We don't want to get into things too quick. So enjoy this little break. Move how you need to move. Maybe massage those wrists a little bit. And whenever you're feeling good, hands are going to come back down. We're going to lift up into our down dog. So those big toes or the feet will be together right from the start. Inhale, lifting the left foot up, three-legged dog. getting a little warmer. Remembering you can always come onto those forearms. And if you have never done that, try it. See how much harder it is. Dolphin with one leg in the air. Awesome, you guys. Climbing back up onto the hands, perhaps. Let's take one more inhale with that foot up. Exhale, slowly place it down onto the mat. Use an inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then let's bend our knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. So if your feet are together, squeeze your knees and your thighs together. If your feet are hip width apart, keep your knees hip width apart. All right, so we're dropping those hips. We're trying to sit in a chair, and then we're gonna reach our arms up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Feel those legs working. Try and tuck your tailbone under. So if you're really arching your back, think about tucking that tailbone under and drawing that belly button back towards the spine. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, stand all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's plant our hands. Step our feet back into a plank from your knees or your toes. Take one more inhale. Exhale, let's bend the elbows and slowly lower. Maybe halfway. Chaturanga, maybe all the way onto your stomach. Switching to the top of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra or upward dog. Exhale. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Let's walk our feet together. Inhale your right foot up. Exhale, let's send it through between the hands. Dropping the back heel down. And inhale, lift on up for warrior two. So bending into that front knee. Take your belly button and try to shine it straight forwards. And then once you do that, bend in that front knee a little bit more. Reaching up if you want to reach up. Nice and strong. In our warrior one, building strength through our entire body here. All the way from the feet to the ankles, up through those legs, into the core, the shoulders, the arms, and even those fingertips. Wake up those fingertips. Take one more inhale. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. So adjust your stance a little bit. So that back foot, you can turn the toes to point straight to that left side. Sinking into the front knee and the belly button. Take it and point it to the left now. Warrior two. Relax those shoulders. Awesome work, you guys. So we're bending into that front knee, feeling nice and strong through those legs. If they're talking to you, that's perfect. You're exactly where you need to be. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to take that right forearm and just place it on the front knee or the front thigh. I want you to spin your palm to face up. Hang on to your favorite beverage. That means keeping that hand nice and strong, not just letting it hang out. And I also want you to take as much weight out of the arm. It's kind of just here for looks. It's not helping hold us up. So you got to use your core to keep that upper body lifted. And we're going to sweep that left arm and those fingertips for the front of the room. Extended side ankle, ankle. So we're spreading our fingertips wide on both of our hands. Awesome, you guys. Nothing is hanging out. Everything's nice and strong. Awesome work, you guys. One more inhale. Exhale, let's bring our hands all the way down to the floor. Spin your back heel up and let's step back into downward facing dog. So you can stay here or take child's pose. If you want to use an inhale, let's flow into a high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Awesome job, you guys. Use an inhale. Look between your hands. Exhale. Walk, step, maybe jump to the top of your mat. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale all the way up. Reach up. Look up. And exhale your hands through heart center and down to your side. So setting up that chair pose. Once again, sinking the hips down, tucking that tailbone under. Squeeze those legs together if the feet are together. Or sink into that squat. Use an inhale. Reach the arms up. And then breathe. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, straighten the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Staying here or inhale into a high plank. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Feet are coming together. Inhale, your left foot up. Exhale, let's send it through. Drop your back heel down and inhale as you lift for warrior one. So this one, the belly button shining forward, remember. Reaching up if you want it. Sinking into that front knee. Just feel whatever it is that's going on through the body. You are so strong. One more inhale here. And exhale. Open it up. Adjust your stance and find your warrior two. Really sinking into that front knee. So strong through the back leg. Let's drop the shoulders away from the ears. Awesome, you guys. So keep that front knee bent. Gently placing that left forearm on your thigh. Hanging on to that favorite drink of yours. So waking up that hand, those fingers, and then sweeping the top arm to the front of the room. Nice and strong through the whole body here. Remembering how light can you be through that left forearm. It's not actually trying to hold you up. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands all the way down to the floor. Step the front foot back. You can stand down dog or take child's pose or let's flow. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower, maybe lowering to the knees as well. Inhale, lift the chest. Cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work, you guys. So walk your feet together. Big toes are going to touch. So we're still going to let the head be heavy and the shoulders come back towards the feet. But all we're going to do here, different from down dog, is bend the knees a lot. So think about bringing your tummy towards your thighs and your shins parallel to your mat. Down dog, but bent knees. Use an inhale to straighten the legs a little bit or a lot. Exhale, bend the knees again. Feel those quads working. This isn't supposed to be easy. Inhale, let's straighten the legs again. One more. Exhale, bend those knees. Hover, hover, hover. Hover, hover, hover. And then you can drop them all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes and take child's pose. So your knees can be together or you can spread them wide. Just drop your forehead. Take a break. Your arms might be resting at your sides if your knees are together. Maybe you can hang onto your heels. Or maybe just relax your arms completely on the mat. Whatever works good. Whatever feels right. Awesome work, you guys. So stay a little longer if you need it. Or you can start to come all the way up. So we're just going to have a seat. Sit all the way back, bringing your legs out in front. We're going to hang onto the back of the legs, leaning back a little bit, finding boat pose. So bringing all the weight out of the feet, or as much weight as feels right. Your toes don't actually have to leave the floor, but think about lengthening your spine, kind of opening the chest a little bit as you pull your shoulders back and down. Drawing the belly button back towards the spine, so a nice strong core. If the feet want to lift, let them. Maybe you can actually really squeeze the legs together. Think about being in chair pose, but we're sitting down. And then if you want to let go of your legs, you can let go, but you can always hang on to them. Okay, so with the theme of pretending that we are in chair pose while we're here, if your feet are together, squeeze those knees together. That makes it harder. I know you're probably feeling that through the hip flexors. That's okay. Let's just stay for a few more breaths. But in chair pose, we always reach our arms up, right? So let's try it. Woo-hoo. Oh my goodness. Squeeze that core. Awesome work, you guys. The knees like to come apart here. Draw them back together. One more inhale. Exhale. Let the feet come down. Let the soles of the feet come together and your knees out wide. So your hip flexors will like this if they were talking to you in your boat pose. So if you want to hang on to the feet, just be gentle. You could also bring your hands to your knees. But just take a second here. A little break. If you want to fold forward, you can fold forward as well. Lovely. Okay, let's bring our knees back together. And now we're going to lay all the way down onto the back. All the way down. So starting to pull the knees in towards the chest. Feet are going to be lifted off of the mat. And we're going to start to straighten the legs. So bringing the feet towards the ceiling. So you might have nice bent legs. You can hang onto the back of your legs or you can rest your arms at your sides. So we're going to come all the way up into shoulder stand. If it's in your practice, if it's something that you like to do, we're going to come all the way up. If not, you can stay here with your feet in the air, still an inversion. Or if you don't want the feet lifted today, you can always have them on the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, letting the knees come out wide. All right, if you're coming with me into shoulder stand though, our feet are going to come up. We're going to lift those hips and bring our hands to our low back. And then keep sending the hips over top of those shoulders. So if the legs are bending, that's fine. But you might want to start to straighten them. Bringing the toes towards the ceiling. So as that chin comes towards your collarbone here, or I guess as your collarbone comes towards your chin, try to just keep your gaze straight up. Avoid turning the head from side to side. We're getting a nice stretch to the back of the neck here. But we also want to be safe and protect the neck. So Don't move it around too much. Awesome, you guys. So stay a little longer if you'd like to. If you have plow pose in your practice, you can also let your feet fall behind the head. If you're ready to let the hips come back down towards the mat, you can let them nice and slow come back. We'll keep the feet up in the air for just a few more breaths. Or if you're in plow, hang out in plow. Awesome, you guys. So whenever you're ready, you can bring your feet all the way down to the floor. And we're all going to walk the feet together and let the knees come out wide. So you might already be in Supta Baddha Konasana, but we're going to meet there. And then just take your right hand and place it on your belly button. And your left hand can find your heart. Just feel your stomach moving up and down as you breathe. Closing your eyes. And relax. So feel free to stay here. Or if you want to come into a twist, we're going to bring our knees back together. And you can pull your right knee into your chest and straighten that left leg. And then we'll pull the right knee across the body and find a twist. Just being mindful of that right shoulder. See if you can keep it down on the mat. And I want to use an inhale to let the right knee come back. And pull it into your chest just one last time. Hug it in. And then we can switch sides so that left knee can come into the chest. You could also stay here. Or pull the knee across the body. And with an inhale, let's bring the knee back up. Hugging it towards the chest one last time. And then you can start to let your legs go out nice and long. But we'll keep our legs together to start. And we're just going to climb up onto our forearms for fish pose. So if you did come into shoulder stand, this is just a nice counter stretch for that, bringing length into the front of the neck. So we're on the forearms, our legs are together. You can actually sit on your hands or just have your hands beside your hips. And then you want to let your head fall back. If your head can actually touch the mat, let it. But sometimes it's hard to get there, so don't worry too much. Just opening the chest here. Relaxing the jaw, so you might even want to open the mouth. We'll take just one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring the head down, the shoulders down, the back, everything. And then you can slide your feet out nice and wide. Take your arms, rest them by your sides with your palms facing up. One last inhale. And exhale. Starting to let it all go. Shavasana. Our final relaxation. Just letting your body be nice and heavy on the mat. And bringing the mind back to the breath if it's starting to wander. As always, I encourage you to stay here if you've got the time. But until tomorrow, until we meet again, have a great rest of your day. Namaste.